You can call me a country bumpkin, outsider, street fighter, telltales, pied piper, light writer, graphic designer. Now I'm artistic, dyslexic like Einstein, someone fine, bright mind, imaginative and feeling fantastic, rectifying bad habits, realizing the math and the mechanics. My body's my temple, the world is the palace. I cut the mic like a chalice in Wonderland like Alice. The reflection of intention, creation is magic. Eclectic mix of influences in my palette, vivid living, harsh realities turn into light and wisdom, carpe diem tattooed to my being. The feeling of freedom, blessed, happiness, yes, splendid. Transcending, never ending, infinitely, definitely engulfed in the melody eloquently. My spirit feeling heavenly, the enemy, open sesame, untapped energy, sick with no need for therapy. Rick. Now what's on your mind? What's on your mind, yeah? What's on your mind? Yeah, yeah. What's on your mind? What's on your mind, yeah? What's on your mind? 'Cause thoughts be alien, radioactive like uranium. I'm running rings round Saturn, the mind's a lethal weapon, harder than titanium. I'm fascinated by the ancient Egyptians. I quantum leap into their time frame and get a glimpse of their wisdom. Mind-blowing, now I'm spitting hieroglyphics, caving my code and musical linguistics. It's wicked, a time capsule from my spirit. History ain't a sound wave, I hope I could give you the feeling. The Bobby Digital Dylan, a supervillain, illmatic, star from static, eclectic influences in my palette. Inspiration for the magic, carving my own canvas, the landscape, typographic language. A life designer, I carve my dreams from less than a fiver. All I need is a pen and a pad to get me higher. The art I worship, fly like a pilot, vibing. Hey, I know you like it, yeah. So what's on your mind? What's on your mind, yeah? What's on your mind? Yeah, 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 yeah. What's on your mind? What's on your mind, yeah? What's on your mind? Yeah. Hustlers, buskers, brothers looking after single parent mothers because their fathers are fucked off. Now what's the cost? Kids run wild, thinking they're the boss until faces get blown off. Yet another loss. And for what? Miseducated, Lord of the Flies in the Matrix. Can you take it? The inner city pressure. The Queen's Head rain. Under the weather, living in the rat race. Most restrained by the tether. Fast-paced cheddar, go-getters, road-runners, jungle dwellers, gather. We're plotting schemes to escape the grey matter. Mad Hatter sharper than daggers. Fuck your tax bracket faggots, we're not maggots. You can have it. Similar to a bandit, the Robins in the hood, looking for the lavish to share with the family, the whole package. Savage for the green and carrots to sink your Titanic, don't panic. Survival with the fittest. Mother Nature's the witness. Everyone's got to make a killing or die trying. That's inner city living. And that's it. So yeah, inner city. As I said, like with running was like quite liberating and it was all free form, but inner city, I was in the opposite place. So I just found it fascinating how I had that on tap, even regardless of just having a mad situation at home. What I'm going to share with you next. When All Is Gone. When All Is Gone, this is another unreleased song, or verse more so. When All Is Gone is basically about, I guess it came from, I think we were talking about death. I can't remember the chorus right now, I just remember the verse. And it's got hints of that. And I feel a few bars I still resonate with to this day, even though I was wrote 4 or 5 years ago. The earth is my residence, between the margin, life's the sentence. Now hold me to my bars, even when I'm in heaven, or cooking up hell. Which playground, time will tell. Until then, I'm fresh to death in my human shell. Elevated, I'm living gold dust, you're free to take it. The world is yours, make the most, rake it. With the intention of planting a seed. Because if you don't grow a tree, what have you achieved? I'm ready to die, I'm feeling biggie with my suicidal thoughts. Luckily, I got the friends to support. Good Samaritan, strange mind, weird happenings. I'm finding clarity, the intuition from the abdomen. I'm shooting now, like a cannon going out with the blast. I'm living in the now, no regrets to Ross. No mask, no front. No mark, creating art from the heart. Although times can get dark, show light when it sparks. That's it. Because that made me feel a bit normal, even though I've had bullshit relationships. Like we all have, like good relationships. I'm currently in a good one. She's a good one right there. But we're gonna go back to the same old same. Now, how did I get myself into this? Now I'm the type to stay at work, telling lies, thinking it's wise, because I know the truth hurts. I'm probably making it worse. I see you getting suspicious, looking through my Facebook, analyzing comments from girls and bitching. Switching, fuck, what have I turned you into? A St. Anne's patient with anger management issues. Mental, looks to kill, but this is detrimental. I need to resolve or get on my back and pedal, right? Because you don't know how to let things slide. You always want to be right. All right, you win. Agree to disagree, then beat sleep. Wake up, beat, brush teeth, eat, work. Same shit on repeat. No adventure, lost hope for this venture. I think it's best we break up for the better. And I never want to say never. But until then, I think it's best we be friends. The end. Thank you. I shared that one because the lyric about a St. Anne's patient with anger management issues, I'll be real with you. Yeah, obviously I'm quite playful in the storytelling, but I was in St. Anne's, which is a mental ward if you guys don't know about that. I was 18, 19 at the time, and I'll be honest with you, I would never want to share that information publicly back then, because being fostered in Bournemouth, because basically I lived in Hackney and then I got moved to Bournemouth. Bournemouth's a small place. People love talking, so friends, going out clubbing, blah blah blah. Like, I don't want anything to fuck up my future. I don't want anything to fuck up my job. Going to university. So when I had my little episode for about 2 weeks, 3 days the first time, 2 weeks the second time, I didn't really want anyone to know that information. And it's only that I feel like I'm in a successful place now. That's why I can share that information with you. Whereas when people hear that Jungle Brown song, they don't have a clue. They're just like, oh yeah, it's quite creative, isn't it? Like, that girl was mental. Like, but really, it's just being creative with the storytelling and trying to find ways to filter something personal, but do it in a playful, entertainment way. It's so easy to become complacent, numb to the feeling, time wasting. An average relationship, don't want to complicate it. Respect yourself enough to break it. You can do better, she can do better. Don't hide your thoughts, say it. I know I'm harsh, but love's sacred. I don't want to be caught in the matrix. Now disconnect and connect with something native. Sex and drugs can only be a temporary replacement. I know my bad habits, it's easier said than done. I know my willpower needs energy to run. But breaking the cycle was vital to start new life rather than be suicidal. Now each day we wake slightly altered. The person we were yesterday is dead. So why, one could say, be afraid of death when death comes all the time? That's word to Alan Watts. So I'm just going to repeat that last bit because that's basically the main reason why I chose to say that one. Each day we wake slightly altered. The person we were yesterday is dead. So why, one could say, be afraid of death when death comes all the time? So that's not my lyric. That's not my bar. That's from Alan Watts. Alan Watts, if you guys don't know, he's like a philosopher, I would call him. Like philosopher, entertainer, and in a sense of like being in foster care and just being a man of self-development and just trying to understand traumas and just bullshit of the past. Like, he just really made me think about life. So he's got like videos on YouTube called Life's a Hoax and What If Money Was No Object, and it just really made me think. And that when I was listening to that, like I guess podcast before podcast, it just really made me think, you know what? Fuck all the people that think I'm the same as the past, because I'm gonna win, and I'm not that guy that you think you knew. Like I got to keep on growing. I got to keep on learning, and just better myself as a human being. It's dark and hell is hot. Treading on eggshells, living in this melting pot. So what are you cooking in the kitchen? I don't know, but this dyslexic foul mouth ain't Gordon Ramsay spitting. Them statistics make me out to be a villain. But who knew the archetype that I foster was always meant to be winning? Adopt the superhero, the weirdo, that I don't give a Feardo, the Cheerio, the coconut, the annoying Ute in the ear hole. Take care if you can't hack it. This Burberry might have to move on. Call me a chav because you can't handle the baggage. Foreign language, yet we speak the same. I'm British, but it's like Brexit is your claim to fame. What a shame. Bullies can have the clout, I don't need it. Insecurity show up in many forms, can you feel it? Home sweet home, it's noisy, yet I'm alone. Family business is strange. Generational wealth is alien to what I know. Alien is how I roll. Rare to care in a space where I learned to face fear with open hands that show scars as I unfold. Only bold because of experience. So young hero, never say never. Stay pan and resilient. Peter told Parker with a spider vision, his dad got killed, so how are we any different? Moving on. I don't want to get angry. I was born to be a don. Besides, I can't think straight when I'm angry. They want me to go to plan B, but I'm exhibit A in this Jumanji. Heaven before all hell breaks loose. Plan B. I hope you understand me. I don't want to cause harm, even if I'm farmed without understanding the tragedy. Tradition is an anarchy. Change has to come. The revolution is love, whether televised or not. Thank you. So this is the final one. Literally, I wrote this last week in response to I work with foster kids now. I do rap therapy workshops. I just call them rap workshops, to be honest, because young people don't want to know that they're going through therapy. Like, it's not like that. It's not that deep. They just want to make music that represents themselves and that they can see themselves and they can really enjoy. So, like, when you leave care, you're called a care leaver. I'm not sure if it's up until beyond 25, but I know definitely between 18 to 25, or maybe it's got a little bit older now. You're basically a care leaver. So there's a organization that really wants to help care leavers understand their independence and give them inspirational material on Instagram. So they reached out to me and said, hey, Rick, can you write about the idea of where do you come from when you keep getting moved around? And so, yeah, literally, this is a response to that question. You can call it "Where Are You From" for now. I haven't got a smart title for it. All right, where are you from? Are you really, really from the ends? Are you really the same as your friends? I'm sorry I never chose to follow the trend. I was mixed with a different blend, where being black was never the same again, and love was given a new meaning I couldn't comprehend at first. My thirst was curious to follow a new herd, where they hopscotched across subjects, and the playground was where something familiar emerged. I'm not a school no more, but this class is more sophisticated. It's funny, I've been called a coconut from black people and a nigger from a racist. Both of them were related. Both classed as family in this matrix. Mental, but had patience. Young one, in retrospect, your abundance with experience forced changes that made you never become complacent. You have sat in class with ignorant education and graduated with the first-class honors. So when they ask you where you're from, tell them you're from where statistics are horrid, where most are lost and forgotten, slaves to a system that's broken, rotten. But you refuse to be trod on. You trod on, kept it moving to the beat of your own drum, self-developed strength to an exhibit in your own Tate Modern. Life reflecting art, so regardless of the consensus, this mix of pain, scars, and blemishes won't ruin my attendance. Menace to society, the underdog of notoriety, has lived with variety that luckily has made him see the major key. We the best because we choose to be. So when they ask you where you're from, tell them, I don't know where to start, but I know where I belong, where resilience breathes and life goes on. Thank you.